Hey guys, it's Awake, jumping right into it. So I was at work during this, and you know, I decided I wanted to record this because I thought it was cool. Andros is using one of the decks that was requested in the comments section, I'm pretty sure. And I ended up pushing some ladder today back into the top 10,000. I was super focused on the global tournament, and I do it on a couple of different accounts, so I really wanted to focus and not really focus too much on ladder. Right here, Andros is going to go in, and I actually was watching this, and when I was watching this, I was thinking, he should not have froze the Inferno, and he should have went for the, and he should have froze the Skeleton Army, but it was a really great play because he actually had log in hand, and if he would have frozen the Skeleton Army, he would have just instantly logged and then cycled back to another Dark Goblin. Right here, Andros gets a perfect defense. I mean, absolutely just, that was a great play right there. And this is at the point where he's at 27 wins. And so he did get a top 1,000 finish, but I think he got into like the top 800 or 700. But he already has 3 global tournament badges on his account on this account, so he didn't get another global tournament badge, unfortunately. Here the opponent's gonna go opposite lane, and I'm not too sure really why he would do that. Just because Andros is gonna just make a huge push right here. He's gonna tank with the Inferno, and that Princess is gonna die on the right side. And basically, he's just gonna rinse and repeat. And he's gonna freeze that Dark Goblin and then just NATO the Skeleton Army. Yep. I mean, even I could see that one coming. And right there, he takes the first win at 27. And then the second match, he lost one, getting to 20. He won one, getting to 28, and then he lost another. And I didn't get to see those. But then this was the last matchup that I got to record, and I'm not gonna spoil it to see how high he gets, but this is like the hardest counter that you could ever face as a Graveyard Freeze player. I mean, this is a nightmare. I was actually a little bit upset for Andros just seeing this matchup because, like right there, you can see that he catches Andros at a bad cycle, and because he has Electro Spirit, I mean, that's just so OP. And honestly, him getting that lock in single elixir and making Andros down a couple elixir is really what ends up costing Andros. But I'm still gonna show this because Andros is a beast, and he still played it exactly how you're gonna want to play it. So if you ever get this matchup, if the Expo player makes a mistake or they cycle their archers in one lane, you can sometimes Graveyard Freeze the opposite lane. But I mean, this guy was really high in the tournament, so he's not going to make those mistakes. Unless, a finger slip, which does happen. Right here, I was a little bit surprised that the opponent didn't go in for an Expo on the left side. Instead, he goes for a defensive Expo, which is really weird because, like, versus Graveyard Freeze, Expo players, like, hard counter it so bad that they can actually just, like, they can just Expo over and over again, and there's really no way that Andros can ever break through because there's no spell for him to take out that Expo. It's already on the map, and you can see how annoying that is already. Andros places a bowler right there, predicting that he's going to drop a Valk on that right side. And so he's going to be able to get that splash damage from the bowler. Super good encounter right there. Right here, Andros is actually up a little bit of elixir, so this is actually really good. And his Inferno Dragon's out of cycle. I'd say this is the time to go in, and that's exactly what Andros thinks. Except, like I said, if he gives up that one lock, he doesn't have it reset to that Inferno other than freeze. So he has to defend. So I guess that was a good Expo, but it really is just, a hard counter is a hard counter. There's really nothing he could do. So opponent's just going to go Inferno here with 1 minute and 46 seconds left. Andros is trying to, he's trying to block the bridge so Andros doesn't go in for a graveyard. Andros does go in for the graveyard. And I think that bowler may have been a mistake. Maybe he could have froze instead, just froze the archers as soon as he saw them. But, I mean, even then, there's just no way. This is such a hard matchup. The bowler is going to get one shot on those archers and actually kill them, which is super good for Andros. And the opponent's going to pressure opposite lane. Wow. Okay, so he's going to go in for a Tesla as well. I mean, that's a testament to how this matchup is played. If you're an Expo player, really unfortunate. I mean, it's just really unfortunate that Andros had to face this guy. He's going to just Expo straight into it again, and Andros just barely gets that Valk down in time. And the opponent's just going to keep up the pressure because we're in triple elixir, and Andros really can't do anything. It's not his fault either. He's playing it perfectly, but right here the opponent outcycles him. Yep. I could already tell that he outcycled him, and so he has to spend that freeze, taking his tower down to all the way down to 1340. He drops a bowler at 0, and now the opponent's just going to defend for the last 16 seconds, and there's really nothing he can do. He can just archers, and even if Andros freezes, then he can just log. You know, maybe Andros could have NATO'd that Valkyrie away from the Inferno, and so the Inferno would have locked on, but, you know, who knows. Anyways, thanks for watching.